Hello everyone, Avaira is here. Let's continue Elder Scrolls. So yeah, hopefully someone will see my streams today because the drops mean that I will be drawn on Twitch. But anyway, why not? Boom, first to draw crate. The weird stuff. Measure dormant. Not connected. Okay. I don't really need all this crap, but what it be? So, let me see the quest that I'm going for. Knights of Arcade search for holy relics. Oh yeah, I remember it, but it's not the main quest of the location. For some reason I don't have the main quest of the location after freeing the city. It didn't give me any quests, so I don't know. Looks like I just need to look around and eventually I will find something. So yeah, I'm pretty free here. And yeah, I need to find third relic, but I can do it later. I already found her first downs and probably I can do something in there. Yeah, last time I was in Sanguine Barrels and help one imprisoned dude to survive that did very bad things in the past. But I already become a better person. Arcada Hills. I don't exactly remember what was in. Oh yeah, there was the dungeon and the bank with the key that I cannot actually open. And according to the lore, it should be the main quest of the location, but I don't have it, so it's so weird. By the way, maybe I should visit the King Emmerich again. Maybe he'll give me something. I'm not sure. Yeah, but my class is Nightblade, Damdamia, by the way, hi. So, yeah, I probably should change a bit the description. I'm to add first person to it, and maybe I'm not sure about remote zone Nightblade because, yeah, this is still useful in terms of Google, especially on YouTube. And I'm too lazy to make different names for streams for each platform each time, especially when I will start double streams on next week. So I need to do it twice per day. It will be too much. No, I don't see any quests. Okay, what he can tell me? Sir Emmerich?
Shornhelm may be secure, but reports from other parts of the kingdom suggest Montclair is stirring up trouble everywhere. Countess Tamrith and Baron Dorel will each take a detachment of the Shornhelm Guard and go investigate these reports.
So instead of me, they got the quest, but the problem is, they can tell me.
Baron Dorel can be so reckless. I fear that his approach will lead Rivenspire down a dangerous path. Of course, his style of leadership hardly matters if we can't put a stop.
Okay, I get it. They, instead of doing something useful, they start talking again. Alright. It's the game, yeah. It was brutal and fun. Definitely. I like the games that mostly focus on gameplay as well. I like good stories, but I like good gameplay. It would be nice to have similar gameplay, at least with the blade in Elder Scrolls Online. It would be really cool. So I can enjoy story and slashing enemies into pieces. It would be nice. But nope. Also, it would be cool to have a forestry of skills, like using telekinesis or some stuff like this. Would be cool. That probably actually means that I need just modded Skyrim and modded Fallout 4 to shoot and slash and have a good story. Boom, 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 boom. Where should I go and how should I go? Okay, let's go near a settlement or Forest Downs. There must be something interesting here. Probably. If Countess can do anything, the same with the Baron, I probably should investigate myself. Looks like a pretty logical decision. So I already thought, by the way, about the upcoming weeks. I wanna add some game in addition to other scrolls in the morning, and I'm not sure for now, but probably it will be Witcher 3 with enhanced edition overhaul and maybe some other mods. So it will be without levels, with more realistic combat and all other stuff. Because I played a bit Witcher till Skinniger when it was released. It was pretty fun, but the RPG system, the craft system, the level system, everything that not the story and graphics was awful. So this stuff will be fixed by the overhaul, according to all the information I know, so it can be interesting. Plus, better to stream it now than later. Plus, I have time to stream something in addition before Elden Ring. So yeah, probably I can finish Witcher 3, plus I can continue Elder Scrolls. And in the evening, it probably will be Pillars of Eternity, but I still interested in Dungeons and Dragons Online, and I have no idea how to stream both of them simultaneously. So probably it still will be Pillars. I'm not sure. So, yeah, I clearly can see the quest, but let's go into town. I really enjoy local towns and inns, because I can know local rumors and the mood of citizens, so it can always be interesting.
The Dusklight is the finest inn in Hoarfrost Downs. It's also the only inn in Hoarfrost Downs. What can I get you?
Sounds like crappy service, by the way. I don't really have anything to sell. I probably already cleared the inventory. Okay, I don't need anything. The inn, by the way, pretty typical inn. At least for Bretons.
Welcome to the Dusklight. I'm the cook. Things have been so nerve-wracking lately that I've started to lose my hair. If you find a stray strand or two, it's probably mine. But I wash it quite often, so don't let it concern you.
Okay. So, yeah, looks like there are some troubles in this place. As always, actually. What about you, Mort?
In the springtime so fair, the ladies sow the seed. When harvest rolls around, I'm still drinking mead.
Oh. What a poem from Drunkard.
What's Rivenspire coming to? Tales of vampires roaming the countryside? Bandits camped outside our town? The noble houses at war? And people want to know why I spend my days drinking in this inn.
Yeah, probably vampires roaming the countryside is not what you want to see in countryside. So, you seem rather upset.
Of course I'm upset. Rivenspire's going to oblivion in an ox cart, and there's not a damn thing I can do about it.
So, drinking is the answer.
It's certainly better than the question. But why should I expect you to understand, huh? You're not even from around here. Go bother someone else. I've got more drinking to do.
Yeah, looks like Knuckles definitely not happy about the vampires. Hi, Mikey Jones. You're the Dirty, of course. Yeah, one of the best English channels. Definitely. really enjoy the sketches. And actually, last Dungeons and Dragons and Dark Souls series was really cool. So yeah, can recommend everyone this channel, definitely a good one.
Hoarfrost Downs used to be a grand little town. Now look at it. Nothing's been the same since Rancer's War.
I already heard about Russell's war, but let me hear your story.
You mustn't be from around here. Everyone knows how King Rancer declared war on Wayrest. Tried to show High King Emmerich what for. Truth be told, it didn't go so well. After about a year, Rancer was defeated. Happened right up there, on Trader's Tor.
He actually wasn't defeated, but... Okay, and how he was defeated?
Orcs loyal to the High King had Rancer and his legions surrounded. Story goes that Rancer had some grand strategy to win the war, but General Datu betrayed him. They say the Cursed Legion still guards the Tor, waiting for the chance to strike again.
Yeah, it's... yeah, that's how it was actually.
I'm just so happy. I can't stop crying.
I don't see the connection.
You look a little dry, stranger. What can I get you?
But what surprised me is that in Breton Inn, so you always can buy booze only from the brewer, not from the, I don't know, not from the cook or from, I don't know, someone, yeah, I don't know, the owner of the inn. So you buy it from brewer, especially, like food from the cook, not from the innkeeper or bartender.
Welcome to the Dusklight Inn. You can stay for as long as you like. We've got plenty of room.
Yeah, looks like she's the bartender, but you cannot buy anything from her because the food can be bought only from cook and booze from the brewmaster. Brewer, I mean. Oh, this is a bit weird for me.
Just passing through, traveler? I'm about to head out myself. Between the bandits and the vampires and the rumors of war, I want to get out of Rivenspire as fast as I can.
Pretty rational decision. Tell me about these troubles.
Not much to tell. Rumors, mostly. I heard that everyone in Moira's Hope was turned into blood fiends, and House Montclair attacked the Rivenspire troops over at Hinault Farm. Plus there's the bandits, so I'm leaving and I suggest you do the same.
Yeah, really. Logical decision, if you don't wanna be a vampire or blood fiend.
Greetings.
And there's those guy everywhere, in every damn Breton inn. This is a bit ridiculous. Maybe he's spying on me, I don't know. He's just following me in every damn turn.
What can I do for you?
I have no idea. This is even not a player? Oh. It's hard to find a mage with some glowing stuff.
Can't you just leave a man to his drinks?
Yeah, no. Stuff is glowing. This is not normal. And drunkard, yeah, of course, drunkard. Okay, looks like I will not get any new information, but okay, let me check. Last floor.
Fate does not smile upon me.
Oh, look at this. The Doors of Oblivion Part 2. I'm not sure that I already did the first one, so yeah. So to just keep it. Oh. Alcohol drunkards everywhere. Okay, I need to go and see what I can do for this place. Because the place looks mostly...
I'm sorry, sir.
peaceful.
I tried, but no one here is willing to enlist.
Unacceptable, Captain. Either deliver me recruits or deliver me your resignation.
General.
What will I do now? Without the Shorenhelm Guard, I'm nothing. I told the General I'm a soldier, not a recruiter. But now I'm to be discharged if I fail? It's not right. I've tried to do my duty, but I can't force people to enlist.
So you can't find new recruits for the Shorenhelm Guard?
Not a single one. Montclair's war has decimated our ranks, and people now see enlisting in the Guard as a foolhardy proposition. I have a few prospects, but they seem to have no sense of duty. I don't know. Maybe my manner is just too harsh.
Is there some way I can help?
Certainly. I have one prospect who should be simple. Martin Datu. He's in the stocks for Mara's sake, but I can get him released if he enlists. When I spoke to him, however, he was stubborn and rude. Perhaps you could talk to him?
That you, very familiar surname. Can't remember who was the Datio, but I definitely remember the name. Okay, I'll go see if I can convince Martin to enlist.
I've already spoken with the constable, and he agreed to release Martin if the young man will enlist. I simply can't understand why a criminal would choose the stocks over doing his duty for his kingdom.
Can you tell me why the guards need new recruits?
Because Rivenspire is a mess. Blood fiends roam across the land. Montclair loyalists attack our towns. Need I say more?
Probably not. But can their other noble houses provide soldiers?
Yes, but this? Let's face it, this new civil war has taken its toll.
Okay, so the problem is... can't use nobles because of the civil war. Okay, so where's this captive? Oh. Hello, Martin.
If you come to poke fun at the prisoner, you'd better think twice. I'll be out of these stocks soon. And then you'll have to watch your back. They may not have enough evidence to hold me, but that doesn't mean I'm not a dangerous criminal.
This looks weird. So, what crime are you accused of?
During the night. But they haven't got any proof. Besides, my friend is going to come forward and vouch for me. I was at his house drinking mead all night.
Whatever the case, joining the Shorenhelm Guard might be a good idea. They could use you.
And get myself killed? I can't do that. My father went back to the dirt 15 years ago, and my family needs me around. My mother would fall to pieces, and my sister doesn't make enough coin to support herself, let alone the both of them.
Yeah, he has his own reasons. What about you, Deputy?
Huh! Can you believe that? I heard what Martin said. He's either completely delusional or incredibly naive. He's been a troublemaker all his life, and he's not getting out of those stocks anytime soon.
So you do have evidence against him?
We have enough. We found his boot prints in the mud outside the broken window. He was involved. I'm not sure he was alone, but he was there. In fact, that friend of his, that Olivier, I suspect he may have helped with the robbery.
Isn't the friend he expects to vouch for him?
And that's the thing. Olivier said he didn't see Martin at all that night. Some friend, huh? If they weren't such amateurs, though, I don't think the constable would have made the deal with Captain Thayer.
Looks like his friend will not help him. I can speak with this Olivier.
I saw you over there at the stocks talking to Martin. Does that fool still think I'm coming to his rescue? He's like a babe in the woods. I told him not to wear those fancy boots. It's not my fault he wouldn't listen.
So they definitely did it together. So you were involved in the robbery?
Yeah, so what? I wasn't dumb enough to leave any proof for that constable to find, so I'm in the clear. And don't expect me to risk my neck sticking it out to vouch for Martin. As far as I'm concerned, He's better off in the stocks.
I don't see the point of intimidating. So you don't feel like you owe it to him?
Oh, you mean honor among thieves and all that nonsense? I don't believe in such platitudes.
Yeah. Really, why not?
Someone said the Daggers have gone north to look for work. Anyone know who the Daggers are, by the way?
They are going to release me, aren't they? Has Olivier really not come forward? He will. I know he will.
Nope. I really think you should enlist Martin.
Why? Olivier's not going to vouch for me, is he? That backstabbing arsehole. I can't enlist, though. I just can't. I'm just not cut out to be a soldier. And my mother and my sister need me here.
But Olivier betrayed you. Enlisting is the only choice.
That farthing Olivier. I can't believe he's hanging me out to dry. I don't want to rot away in some prison cell. I can tell you now, I am not cut out to be a soldier. Dishonor runs in my family. But you're right. I don't have a choice. I'll enlist.
Okay. Actually, both of them. Looks like you can actually choose between him and Olivier, maybe. But I'm not sure actually which one is better. Both of them are scum.
You've certainly done your due diligence. I really appreciate the efforts, but I had a feeling it wouldn't work. Some people just have no sense of duty, and I guess Martin falls into that category.
I can agree, but actually I convinced Martin to enlist.
You did? Excellent. I don't know what you said to him, but I don't care. It's my duty to get new recruits, and you helped me fulfill it. Thank you. I'll have the deputy release him, and we'll get him whipped into shape in no time. You really have the knack for this. While I'm getting Martin released, I wonder, would you be at all open to taking a crack at another one of my stubborn prospects? Her name's Suga. She's got a mouth on her, but she'd make a good soldier.
And why doesn't Suga want to enlist?
She wouldn't admit it, but I think she's some kind of bandit, and that's why she doesn't think much of the Shorenhelm Guard. She called me some rather rude names. In fact, I lost my temper, but you have more patience.
Yeah. Are you sure you want to recruit a bandit?
If it was up to me, no. But our numbers are low and we can't be picky. Besides, I'd rather risk the life of a bandit in battle than some poor girl who's never even swung a sword. If you're willing to speak to Suga, she's over by the ironworks.
Alright, I'll talk to Suga and see how it goes. Yeah, I heard that it starts, but never read it a lot of times, so I have no idea what to expect. Judging by the trailer, it looks pretty average. I doubt it will be even a bit close to first seasons of Game of Thrones, for example.
Damn trash, that's all it is. Let it be known that Jaren's ironworks sells nothing but dung. They call them swords, but you can't get an edge on one of these blades to save your life. Even the Shorenhelm guards got better steel than this.
Actually, here is a Shorenhelm guard, so has some of the best weapons in Ravenspire.
Oh no, not another one. What's it take to be a recruiter? The inability to understand verbal language? If you want me to write it down for you, I can carve it on your arse. I already told that old sow, Thayer, I'd eat dung before joining the guard.
Yeah, but what do you have against the Shorenhelm guard?
Bunch of elf-loving weaklings that run around Ravenspire getting kicked in the arse. People I run with, they eat members of the Shorenhelm Guard for breakfast. You look tougher than your average guard, but my boyfriend would wipe the dirt with you.
I would take that bet.
Ha! You want to bet on how long you'll last, or whether you just turn tail the moment you see him? Nah, this could be fun though. Beat my boyfriend, I'll enlist. If he beats you, well, he'll just take your gear and leave your corpse in the road.
Then we have a deal. Where can I find your boyfriend.
Just take the road south out of town. That's where we do our business. Don't worry about finding Govaled. He'll find you. Oh, and don't expect a formal challenge. Just be ready to fight. I'll be here if you decide you're too much of a coward.
Yeah, she's definitely from Bandits. Okay, I just need to follow the road or what? I'm not sure that he is on the road. Yeah, I probably can go there. Luck. Okay, I have a boon that increases magical recovery. Yeah, I don't really need magical recovery. I can see someone. But okay, first I need to finish with the guard recruitment. Okay, I'm ready to fight. Okay, now I need to speak with Sugar. Probably after this, she will agree. Anyway, her band is already dead. So there is no point of following them. I need to with this guy in the tree. Okay, let's finish with this first. By the way, he is gone. Sugar?
How vile! Is that a piece of Govaled's brain on your boot? What are you, some kind of monster? Only joking around, of course. You beat him, huh? I'm impressed.
So, you're not mad that I killed your boyfriend?
Nah, that's what that bastard deserves for sneaking around behind my back with that little Bosmer wench. I knocked her off myself. Nope, I haven't got any hard feelings. In fact, I'd say that was the easiest breakup ever.
So you'll keep your end of the bargain and enlist in the Shornham Guard.
I suppose so. Govaled's gone, and to be honest, I was pretty sick of sitting around down there by the road and hassling people for a handful of coins. I'll give the guard a try. You can tell Captain Thayer I'll come around soon.
Alright. So, where's the captain? Captain, I have news.
Oh well, it was worth a try. I knew she was something of a long shot with an attitude like that. I'd probably have been forced to beat her down every other day just to keep her in line. Maybe it's better that she won't enlist.
But I already convinced Sugar to enlist.
You did? Well, being Argonian's aunt, I really didn't think you could pull that off. You missed your calling, my friend. You should have been a recruiter. You can't seem to fail.
Yeah, perhaps.
While we're waiting for Sugar to finally get here, what do you say to taking on the most unlikely prospect of the bunch? If you can recruit this young man, I'll eat my dagger. He's... awkward.
The dagger? What makes this recruit so difficult?
Julien Riziol. That's his name. He seems like a sharp young man and he's had a little training. The problem is that Julien is more interested in chasing girls than glory. Some might even say he's pathetic, but he is a prospect.
Any ideas on how I should approach him?
I don't know. I tried to tell him that no girl can resist a man with a few scars, but that didn't seem to sway him. Unfortunately, I lost my patience after that, and now he won't even come near me. If anyone can convince him, though, it's you.
Alright, I'll talk to Julian Russell. Probably can convince him by then that there are tons of girls in the guard, so I can just join them. And be with them all the time.
I've been watching you. going around town, cleaning up the mess that beastly soldier woman created by offending everyone. You must have a golden tongue, getting folks to enlist after that. You won't persuade me, though. I can't leave town. Not now.
Damn, he's prepared. But why can't you leave town?
Because I'm close. I've been courting Gwendolyn for 3 years, and I think I'm finally close to winning her heart. If I leave town now, by the time I get back, she'd probably have married someone else. I couldn't live with that.
And what if she promised to marry you?
That would make everything perfect. If I had her love, I could enlist and fight with the strength of 10 soldiers. That's not going to happen, though. It's going to take something special to win her heart. And I haven't a clue as to what that is.
Probably if she will broke his heart, it will be the same outcome for me. Alright, maybe I could go talk to her and find out.
Good luck with that. I've been trying to figure her out for years now. I think maybe she just enjoys playing with my emotions. If you can help me win her heart, though, I'll enlist. I'll do anything you want, in fact.
Okay, we'll see.
Don't get me wrong. You're very attractive, and I'm sure you're very nice. But I'm not seeing any new suitors. I have my hands full already with that pathetic young man you probably saw standing around outside.
Yeah, what a trade. So you don't like Julian?
It's not that I don't like him. He's brave, kind, and handsome. He's perfectly acceptable. He's just not very exciting. I don't know that I love him. I'm not even sure he loves me. I keep trying to tell him. It's just some childish infatuation.
Exciting. What she actually expect from men? From men, it's so weird. Actually, I have no idea how and what you should do to be exciting. Okay, what would it take for him to win your heart?
I don't know. I want the feeling from the storybooks. I want my skin to flush and my heart to quicken. I want butterflies in my stomach and to be unsure whether to laugh or cry. Julian just makes me bored. Someone in town has to be more romantic.
Actually, I doubt that it can be really romantic book night if you're damn guard. So I'm sure that right in here is a good idea.
The constable and I are taking bets on how long before Martin annoys an officer and winds up back in the stocks. I really do wish him the best, but my gold's on 2 weeks.
What can you tell me about Gwendolyn?
Why? Are you looking to court my sister too? Suitors have been lining up for months. That Julianne is the worst. I'd be happy to see her wed almost anyone but him. Wait a moment. You're not asking on Julian's behalf, are you?
I'm not sure. Actually, yes, I'm trying to help Julian.
Oh. Well, in that case, I know. Tell Julian to give her some flowers. She loves flowers. If anything will win my sister over, it's a beautiful bouquet of fragrant flowers.
Yeah, it definitely will not work. Let me ask others.
If that Captain Thayer comes around here again, someone's going to get hurt. That wench called me a coward, because I prefer to work here rather than join the Shornhelm Guard. Sense of duty? That's a pile of guardung.
What can you tell me about Gwendolyn Assange?
Not much. She's a pretty girl, but I think it's gone to her head. She does have a heart, though. She's always at the inn whenever there's a minstrel in town. I think she has a taste for poetry.
Yeah, probably. But she probably heard too much this poetry.
Not now, friend, please. Not now. We have so much work to do, and I'm not sure how we'll get it all done.
What can you tell me about good innocence?
You mean that stuck-up woman who lives across the way? I know she's been turning suitors away for months. I think she's waiting for someone with big coffers. Someone who can buy her fancy jewelry and such. Me? I don't think she's worth it.
Okay. Alright, looks like no
I've been
one's
thinking.
left.
Gwendolyn says I don't really love her. It's just some kind of silly infatuation. I think I need to make a grand gesture to prove my love to her. Something spectacular to show her how I really feel.
And what kind of gesture are you thinking about?
Something romantic, something unique. I know, a bouquet of rare flowers, though I'd need help picking them. Or I could serenade her with a poem. Of course, I don't know any poems. Or maybe a beautiful necklace. What do you think?
Yeah, a poem sounds like a good idea.
I think so too. I noticed her flirting with a minstrel once. She practically swooned whenever he opened his mouth. Anyhow, now we just need a poem. Surely someone around here knows some poetry. Find a good poem and I'll serenade Gwen with my love.
Yeah, hopefully it will work and he will go into the gardens.
Just resting the legs for a few minutes here and letting my friends graze. No matter how bad things get, I'm always grateful that I have work that I love. It's not everyone who finds their true calling.
And what kind of work do you do?
I'm a cattle wrangler. I ride around these parts watching people's herds. I've been working for the Edralds for most of the last few years. I just came up here to track down a few bulls that had managed to wander off.
Yeah, not magicians, but do you know anything about poetry?
Oh, of course! I love poems. They're very personal, though. You have to write them from your heart. I have some amazing ones, but I wouldn't feel comfortable sharing them. You should write one yourself. Everyone should.
I can agree, but looks like we have a problem. But maybe he can do it.
The more I think about this poetry idea, the more I like it. It's the perfect way to show Gwendolyn both the strength of my mind and the depth of my passion. I think I'll call her outside and serenade her in front of the whole town.
I'm not sure this is a good idea, but do you have a poem in mind?
Well, no, I was planning how I was going to do it, not what I was going to say. I thought you were handling that part. Do you find anyone in town who knows anything about poetry?
I think you should compose your own poem from your heart.
Really? Write it myself? I never thought of that. I'm much better when I'm spontaneous. I'll just make something up as I go along. Yes. I'll just let it come from my heart and pour straight out of my mouth. Follow me.
Oh, this is a terrible idea. You probably should be really good in poetry, huh? To do it just like that.
Fair Gwendolyn, come forth and hear my words of love.
What a great...
This should be interesting.
I look at you coming down the stair, and I wonder, did you forget to brush your hair?
My hair?
What the fuck?
How could you embarrass me like this? Go away, Julian. Go away and never come back.
I guess maybe I should have planned that better. Oh, what have I done? I've ruined my whole life in 2 sentences!
Yeah, you're not really good in poetry.
I can't believe it. After all the years I've spent courting her, just a handful of words and she casts me aside. How could she be so heartless?
Maybe you're better off without him.
No. I'll never find another woman like Gwendolyn. I'll never love again. My life will just be empty and sad. Honestly, I don't know if I can go on. I can feel my heart breaking apart inside my chest. It hurts so bad.
Then I might as well nest in the garden.
I guess. It sounds mad, but you're right. I really do want to die now, and it might as well be for a good cause. Tell Captain Thayer I'll be along soon.
One way or another. Time to eat dagger.
Don't feel bad. I knew Julian was a hopeless case. A man who's sick in love is a sad man indeed. I feel sorry for him, really. Enlisting would have probably helped set him straight.
Actually, Jin decided to enlist.
I can't believe it. I said I was going to eat my dagger, didn't I? I hope you'll let me off on that one.
No.
I'm really embarrassed. Here, I couldn't manage to get a single recruit, and you come behind me and get 3.
So, no dagger, I suppose. Oh well. Are there any other prospects?
None that are worth our time, and I'll have my hands full whipping these 3 into shape anyhow. The General's jaw's going to hit the dirt when I march them in. I'll tell him I had help, of course. I don't want him assigning me this duty again.
Oh well.
All right, recruits. Fall in. I want to see the prettiest march to Shornhelm in history.
Just look at him. The Martian so awkward. By the way, 2 champion points. Why? I have no idea why. Got 2 of them. Why do I have skill point? I have no idea where to spend them, so probably just for the craft. One day I will raise my craft on the proper level, but maybe not today. Okay, let's raise the line. Okay, probably I finished with this place. Maybe not. That is. That works. And some houses. I wonder what's inside. Just a store? Oh. Yeah, gonna go back for some reason.
Fine weapon is an important accessory in times such as these. Feel free to examine my stock.
Damn, it's open. Actually, merchants are mostly useless in this game. You can only buy this white trash that you don't really need. What's the point actually of buying this? I don't know. It's so weird. Consumables. I can sell some crap, but there's not much point as well. I can sell this all potions at least. Definitely don't need them. Spotted food. Oh my. I need to do something with this fish.
Ancestors, so much to do.
Okay. What was this man under the tree? He's sitting near the Morris Hope. Yeah, I heard in the inn that everyone was transformed into...
You stomp around like a wounded guar. Do you want the enemy to eat us?
Her eyes are red. And she's pretty pale. Vampire Khajiit?
Get down, you fool! Do you want the blood fiends to see us? Now hush! Hush! Adusa needs her ears right now. No, wait. Strike that. Let's talk. You can help Adusa, yes?
Maybe? What kind of help are you asking for?
What kind of help? The helpful kind, of course. I meant to arrive before evil invaded this hamlet, find Constable Maldred, and provide what help I could. But this one was detained, and the constable is nowhere to be seen. Moira's hope is lost.
So what do you want me to do?
Patience. Adusa will explain. The survivors, they are our priority. We move together to... No, too obvious. We move separately, draw less attention that way. Adusa noticed a few survivors headed toward the large barn in the distance. Meet me there.
Alright. I'll meet you at the barn.
You go first. Then Adusa shall sneak off. Less chance of both of us getting captured by these cursed creatures that way.
Alright. But can I ask you a few questions before we head into Moira's Hope?
If you must. But hurry, please. Survivors have a terrible habit of becoming dead when they are left unattended.
Alright. Hey, Piero. What the hell is going on? Looks like a raid of sorts. Okay, welcome guys anyway. So... what is this place?
Not is, was. This was the peaceful hamlet of Moira's Hope. Now it is a disaster area.
And what's going on here?
Must Adusa explain everything?
Yes.
Look around. The people of Moira's Hope were either turned into blood fiends or turned into food for blood fiends. Now, as to the who and the why of this horror, Adusa cannot say.
And who are you exactly?
Someone who wishes she had arrived in time to divert this tragedy. But if wishes were fishes, Adusa would be a very happy cat. This one is here to help. Now please, the survivors need us.
Alright, let's save the survivors, I suppose. Probably better to go stealth instead of killing every
Stay back, vampire! I'll stick you with this sword! I mean it!
Calm down, Shaveskin. Your courage is commendable, but highly misplaced. We are here to help.
Yeah.
And how am I supposed to trust you?
This one could have overpowered you at any time. Now stand down, or Adusa will stick that sword where the bright moons never shine.
What? How dare you? Oh, very well. I'll just go and sit down or something.
Interesting phrase.
Mortals. Show a little concern, and this is the thanks you get. And where is the constable? Why isn't he here? But that is a mystery for another time. The survivors are our priority. Still, these vampires, they are most unusual.
What do you mean by that? What unusual?
Such precision, such coordination. Rarely have I seen vampires behave like an army instead of raiders. This wasn't an incursion. It was an occupation. We must work quickly. It won't take long for the enemy to discover our presence.
So, what's the plan?
You stay here and guard these townsfolk. I'll go search for more survivors. No. Reverse that. Better for you to search and Adusa to stay here. Watch for signs of the constable. I will try to learn more about our enemy while you are gone.
And that townsfolk, he called you a vampire.
That is what I am, yes? Surely you have learned by now that not every vampire is a monster. Adusa hopes that this doesn't make you uncomfortable. We still have survivors that need our assistance.
Yeah. And she's right. Okay. So, where are the survivors? Nope.
Divine, save me! Please, I'll join your army. Really, I will. Just don't kill me.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you're not one of them, are you? Thank the Divines. They just marched into town like they owned the place. That cold, horrible woman. She whispered something to the soldier, and people began to change.
In what way?
The woman made a strange gesture, and townsfolk began turning into blood fiends. And she just walked away and let her companions... They were so fast, so strong. They started tearing people apart. Anyone who didn't change was attacked.
Alright, come on. We need to find any other survivors and get this barn.
Other survivors? I didn't dare hope. All right, lead the way.
Yeah, so she will follow me. Oh, that's the problem. Hello, he's there. Interesting. Okay. Better to use a sword, I suppose, this time.
Divines, protect me! Are they gone? I thought you were going to take me to the barn.
Yeah, but first we need to find other survivors.
Divines, protect me! Are they gone? I thought you were going to take me to the barn.
Damn. This really has only one replay. Looks like he is already dead. The torn and beaten flesh on this recently murdered victim displays remarkably little blood for such a violent death. Okay, looks like we can rescue everyone. I don't need it. Anyway, where is she? She just ran away. Oh. That's weird. Alright. So next house. And basically welcome visitor. He's just hiding.
Come on, let's have at it. I'd rather die fighting than get turned into one of your pitiful creatures.
I'm not one of them. I'm here to rescue him.
Well, that's a relief. I thought for sure you were going to kill me. I just wish you had gotten here in time to save my father.
And what happened to your father?
They called her Larea. She demanded that we line up to receive her blessing. That's what she called it, her blessing. My father was one of the first to step forward and tell her what to do with her blessing. She ripped out his throat.
Yeah, that wasn't a smart move. I'm sorry for your loss, but we need to get to safety.
Of course. You're right. I know you're right. Lead the way.
Okay, let's go to the barn. What about you, Siberia?
I know how to deal with your kind. Come any closer and this goes straight into your heart.
This? Probably he has a crossbow. Is no. I'm here to rescue you.
I'm perfectly safe right where I am. Thank you very much. I've got a sharp blade and plenty of food. I'm downright cozy. But those bloodsuckers turn the townsfolk into their feral pets. Absolutely depressing. Divines take them all.
So, you're still being safer in the barn with the other survivors.
There are other survivors?
Uh-huh.
Why didn't you say so? I'll follow you, but we need to be very careful. These creatures aren't like any vampires I ever read or heard stories about. They're like a Divine's damned army.
Okay. So good for you, I suppose, Isidra. So. Let's go.
Vampire or blood fiend, you will fall to Adusa's terribly swift blades. Oh, it's just you. Never mind then. While you were gone, we had a few visitors. Nothing Adusa couldn't handle, of course, but we shouldn't linger in this place much longer.
I can agree. I found as many survivors as I could.
Yes, Adusa noticed. Fewer than I hoped, but more than I expected. Meanwhile, this one learned that the vampires left a commander here. He's up in the house, atop the hill. Moira's hope can never recover while he controls the town.
So, vampire commander?
Militant vampires require structure. Why is that so surprising? But we have more pressing matters. I will get the survivors out of town. You must deal with the vampire commander. Meet us on the road when the deed is done.
Alright, So it looks like I need to kill him. No, I am not a voice actor. But I am trying to do my best for the stream. Let's see that Montclair soldier. Okay. So the leader of the vampires is actually in this house. By the way, I'm surprised that actually a vampire can just transform other people into this mad ghost by just fingers without actually secondary blood or something like this. Something that I can expect from vampire. Okay, Constable Mauldrey's journal. I don't remember how long I believed in the principles of to serve and protect. Recent events have opened my eyes and changed so many things. However, I have a new cause to champion and new allies to support. If I regret one thing in all this, it's that I will now be forced to oppose my dear friend, Adusadero. We have known each other for so very long. I find it almost impossible to imagine that she will now oppose me. I have a vague hope of introducing her to the beautiful Lyria, of converting her to our way of thinking, but I fear that my efforts will fail. She has well and truly fallen under Veranda's spell, and I don't believe that anything I say will change that. I fear that in the end, the proud and powerful Adusadero must die. Should I record the events that led to my epiphany? No, time is short and I have too much to do right now. Later, surely, there will be time enough to fill these pages with the wisdom I have acquired. Suffice it to say that Lyria is not a monster. I am quite fascinated by the woman and eagerly wait to spend more time in her enchanted company. For now, let me just write that her words and deeds moved me, that her vision has become my vision, that her goals have become my goals. And it all starts here, in the quiet hamlet of Moira's Hope. The townsfolk are either well on their way to becoming bloodfiends loyal to our cause, or they are dead and dying. Soon we can spread the gift of Lyria's blessing to all of Rivenspire, and then the chaos will be glorious. Okay, so it all was planned in the beginning. What is this? Descendants of Dwemer Law. I'm not sure that you really need to read about Dwemer Law right now. Probably can be interesting in the future. Bum, bum. So yeah, there must be a vampire commander someone top. Commander? Oh, he's sitting.
You aren't who I was expecting. Good. I didn't really want to kill Adusa just yet. You, on the other hand, I will enjoy feasting on your blood.
Oh, I don't like feasting. And the idea of it. So nope. So looks like he was the vampire. Yeah. Not just a commander, there is soldiers. Let me see. This was this girl that transformed the village. Maldred, you made the wise choice when you decided to join our efforts. I have begun the process of transforming the people of Moira's Hope into Bloodfiend under our control. Your task is simple. Make sure the process runs its course, and that there are no survivors. Anyone not converted should be fed to the Bloodfiends, or otherwise dispatched without pause or mercy. When the process is complete, gather the Bloodfiends and wait for the orders. Lady Lyria Montclair. So she is one of the Montclairs. Yeah, it was... I expected this, but still. Scaring yourself great? No. I don't see the point of it. Later I will probably make Again, the Amber modded version of Skyrim may be based on last update version, maybe not, because this update version actually ruined a lot of mods, especially good ones, because it was made with new libraries of Microsoft libraries, and Visual C++ and so on. So it broke SKSE, and SKSE needed, SKSE is a script extender that needed for most of the complex mods. So they all become trash after this update. So it's not a good time to start, and I don't see the point of playing vanilla version. So after some time, maybe I will stream more realistic, brutal version of Skyrim with a bit of survival, but not this time. I have a lot of stuff to stream. And to make such version of Skyrim, I need a lot of time. And I don't have this time right now. Something glowing. Okay, vampires, you need to die. Because I need whatever it is. It is. Oh, same job. Nice. Oh. Dead vampires? Looks like she's successfully protected people or not. She's vanished. Oh yeah, she's moved from this place. Okay. Where can I find you? Oh crap. Looks like they pretty fine.
By the look on your face, Adusa assumes you were successful? The vampire commander is dead, yes?
Yes, I killed the vampire commander. His name was Maldred.
Maldred? That's the name of the... No. That unclawed traitor! Adusa only wishes she had been the one to end him. You did well, Five Claw. Adusa will see that these people reach a safe haven. Then I have business of my own to attend to.
Five Claw? What a name.
There is something sinister going on in Rivenspire, Five Claw. Keep your wits about you, and stay fragrant. What you saw here is only the beginning.
And where will you take the survivors?
Adusa will take the survivors to Hoarfrost Downs. They should be safe enough there. Pardon, but this one is still coming to grips with how fast the Blood Fiends were created, and with the Constable's betrayal.
And what about the Blood Fiends?
Typically, a vampire degenerates over time, eventually withering into a mindless Blood Fiend. The process we observed in Moira's Hope was quite the opposite. The Blood Curse appeared to change its victims into Blood Fiends almost immediately.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, the Constable betrayed the town.
Yes. Word of what happened here must be carried to my master, Count Verandis. There is much work to be done, and very little time if Lorea has truly ventured this far south.
Yeah, and actually, not a true explanation of what's going on. Why they can transform them into Blood Fiends just like that? If you normally should degrade for the state from the vampire. Looks like they found some other way to do it.
Now that I'm safe, all I can think about is what comes next. Moira's Hope is the only place I've ever known.
My poor husband.
I miss him so much. But I still have
Oh, okay. Anyway.
We're going to try to put this behind us, to start over. But we'll never forget the friends and family we lost. Never.
So many people.
Thanks to you, we're alive! I hope that's the last I ever see of vampires and blood fiends.
But she actually was ready to join them.
Mora's hope may be lost, but we'll survive. And we'll remember what you did for us today, my friend. You can count on that.
What about this guy? I'm most curious.
I'm not going to leave Moira's hope to those monsters. I promise you, we're going back home. Someday.
Okay, at least he is still reasonable. Alright, so we need to stop this vampires eventually. But what can I do right now? Let me see. I'm not sure. Yeah, I can see some estate. Damn, I'm not sure because I already was in this location and I didn't find anything interesting. Okay, for now I can just move to the domain. It's not far away. Spiders. So many players, by the way.
While the prey was distracted, the predator prepared to strike.
Let's go so fast.
Sometimes the prey turns and nips us. It is a small thing.
Yeah, and the weapon's still 160, so I was right. So there are no items higher than 160. This is good, so I can finally find proper gear instead of just trying to maintain the same level again and again. Okay, this is good. I probably can switch with dagger, but actually dagger from the set. Yeah, maybe I should give it for now. It's partly better than this one. Okay. Oh, this old one. People just leave the domain. Looks like people just run from domain to farm them. Alright, let's just look around. Another book. I'm mostly curious about this note. Rights of Daedra. Oh, definitely not what I want to read right now. Why can't I do that? For some reason I cannot. That is the sly. And I can see the chest. Okay, I definitely need the chest. It doesn't work sometimes. And there's a journal. Journal with most of its pages turned out. By the way, it can be a quest item. Okay, let's read the journal. Yeah. Is it bugged or what? I can see the first page. Something about sister, I suppose, for the second page. Okay. It was a bitter hand a few days, but I've already earned more gold than I've seen in 3 months. Send most of it back to sister. I wish it didn't have to be this way. However, I end up in the ground. I go knowing I took care of my family. Okay, so I need to retrieve something for the family or what? Yeah, maybe from the quest I can understand better. I found a journal that belonged to a thief called Nedra the Sly. He apparently turned to crime in order to support his alien sister in North Point. I should find Gendenora and tell her something of your brother. I have a choice though. I could lie to her and spare her feelings, or tell her the sad truth about his death. I get it. I can say it was a heart attack. Something like this. Oh. It was just one-shotted. What I can expect. It's not the worst outcome, but still. Damn, again? It was so fast. Okay, let's do it again, why not? Not really immersive stuff, but still pretty profitable. And I shouldn't just ignore it. That's actually a profit of playing first person. You can see the monsters better. You can see enemies, you can see details of
Loyalties are
fountains.
fickle among the dark seducers.
And third person you can see
Face
all
now
this
the
stuff.
least loyal, but most deadly. Nothing you can do will end this.
Medium helmet. Yeah, but magical one. This time withering. Okay, I probably can leave this place finally. And already become dark. Pretty dark. Yeah. By the way, it's the same bandits. So yeah, the thief was in their band. Maybe I can find something interesting here. Maybe not. Why can't I rush into them? Nothing really interesting. They can loot the looters. So why not? Okay. Where should I go? That's the question. I'll declare everything around. I can go back to the city and move to the road, or I can move there and actually follow the road. Plus I probably missed something here. The quest can be in the city, of course, but still. Let's move from this shrine. By the horse, maybe I will find something new. Maybe not. So why can't I see where the road is coming? I have no idea. And I can see some some ruins. So some ruins around. I probably should visit them. The only problem is
the Muthnar monks use an ancient Daedric artifact to heal.
Yeah.
Dare the Variants who interfere with their holy.
So maybe I can find something in this tower. So the same band, by the way. Bitter hand. And what it is? This is Trader Star. Okay. Let's go steal Sam. Freezes sometimes. No idea. Probably connected to my browser, I suppose. Let me close it. Nothing interesting. Just brigands around. I can't see anything really interesting here. Just regular abandoned camp. Maybe it can be some ruins around. Maybe just a place. Oh, I can see the note. Letter from Lady Laria, so they are connected. Captain Cardella, you must be aware of my father's campaign to reclaim the crown of Shornhelm. Soon all of Ravenspire shall bow to House Montclair. Now, for my offer. Pledge your forces to me and help us topple the houses of Doral and Tamrid. On one of my mother's grave I shall see the bitter hands destroyed. In other matters, how the fetching maiden of yours? If I recall, she had an adorable mole just above her luscious lips. Perhaps I could borrow her. as a gesture of good faith. I look forward to your timely response. Okay. Lady Vampire. And what about this dude? How's his name? Captain Cordella. Yeah, I don't see any Cordella around. No, just regular bandits around. Okay, nothing special here. Reader's Rest. Okay, let's look for it as well. Looks like everyone in this region connected to this vampire family. No. No. I expected to see the cave of sorts. But it's pretty open place. Okay, I can free my inventory a bit.
You're fortunate to have found me, friend. I was just about to pack up and look for a better location.
Good for you. And for me. Yeah, probably don't need this. And nothing to research. Okay, I have some space, I can continue. Yeah, it's probably teleport to the shrine. Oh, but it will be pretty expensive, but I have money anyway, so I can do it. Why not? Alright. Now, second attempt to leave this place. Yeah, I need to move in the north. Oh crap. What's going on? Is he just a merchant?
Find my knights and bring back Arca's relics. They're our
Oh.
only hope now against the dead tide.
Oh yeah, okay. Relics. I remember it. Catal's contract. To the House Law Recorder. This contract serves as a binding agreement of service between the merchants of the Obsidian Gorge and Cato Ironfist, in which Cato Ironfist pledges to protect said merchants, travelers, and house officials for the duration of said contract. Pledging promises to patrol the grounds for signs of the unjust, escort travelers through the paths as required, and defend all representatives of House Law and their possessions even at the cost of his own life, if absolutely necessary. This contract shall be in effect for a total of 30 days, Upon completion of signed contract, pledgee will be rewarded with a lump sum of gold. Let's agree to under separate letter of employment. Renewal of this contract is possible, pending performance review by House Law and agreement of all concerned parties. Interesting. So they connect to now. Even so far away from actually Morrowind. Oh well. You can see the chest. Yeah. I don't really need heavy stuff. It's funny that they can actually strafe with the horse like this. So weird. Looks like a bug. Yeah, it's actually a problem because the first person horse riding wasn't implemented in this game. And it actually ended by the mod. Because normally you cannot ride the horse in first person. Those ended by undone. You can install when I can.
Feed me!
So probably it's okay. It's bugged a bit. Oh, nice. New sword. Definitely better than mine. And even additional experience by Ken. Nice. And shocked. I don't really like all the elemental effects, but this shock definitely better than fire. Fire is too shiny. What is this place? Looks like farm, but pretty big for just a farm. Looks mostly like a town of sorts. Calls run. And then there's Sister Gandinora. Damn, she's so far away. Okay. Let's look around. There must be something to do around. Oh. Constable Agaza.
Too old, What's this? Another stranger strutting into my town? Perfect. They'll probably give you the mayor's job. Experience? Phew, you don't need that. Just ask the new constable.
You seem frustrated.
Me? No. Why would I be frustrated? 10 years as town constable and the mayor just up and decides to fire me the other day. Can you imagine? Says I'm getting too old and the new constable will do a better job. The dung-heap bastard.
And who's the new constable?
That's the thing, no one even knows him. Gavindian, that's his name. He and his bailiff sauntered into town last week and now he's constable? Something smells wrong. Say, think you could poke around and try to find out what's really going on?
Maybe. I'll talk to people and see what I can learn.
Sad times when I have to rely on a stranger. But I do appreciate you asking around. The mayor, the jeweler, the miller, they're all acting strangely. There's something they're not saying. I'll be back at the inn if you learn anything.
And by the way, in what way is the people acting strangely?
You have to understand, I've known these people for years. Shared drinks with them, gone fishing. I thought we were friends. Then all of a sudden the mayor fires me. And now no one even has 2 horses spare. To me, that's strange.
Maybe they're under the spell of some vampire. Or maybe something else. Are you sure this has nothing to do with your drinking?
My drinking? By Moloch, no. I haven't had a drop in years until this happened. I quit a long time ago after I woke up with a skinny little wood elf in my bed. As for today, this is my last drink. Well, maybe one more.
Hi, Master. Okay. Looks like I have some situation here. Alright, let's ask locals.
Do you think the mayor fired a Gazu because she's an orc? I do. And if that's where this town is headed, I'll be headed to another town.
Okay. So, yeah, there can be a problem between orcs and Bretons as well. Hello, Barricades. So, I can ask one. Boom, 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 boom.
There is no choice in the matter. The constable says we need your wagon and your horse.
But what will I do? If I can't haul grain, I can't make any coin. My family will starve.
Have you forgotten? You do want us to keep your family safe, do you not? I suggest you close your mouth.
He's definitely not a vampire and probably not under the spell, but looks like I have problems between locals and local orcs, actually. Maybe the problem from my liquor, I'm not sure. By the way, welcome, Barricades. What's going on?
What in oblivion do you want? Unless you can haul it yourself, don't tell me you have a load of grain that needs to be ground at the mill. The constable's deputy just confiscated my damn wagon.
So he was the deputy. Is there a problem with the new constable?
Look, I don't know you and I don't need you meddling in my personal affairs. I'm not looking for trouble, and I'm not saying a single damn word about the new constable. You'll mind your own business if you know what's good for you.
Yeah, I can understand him, but still. Okay, let's ask more locals. Mommy, really? This is something
Welcome
new.
to Fell's Run. Normally, we'd welcome you with open arms and throw a feast, but not this year. We had a terrible harvest, and times are hard. Might be better if you moved on and spent the night in North Point. Come back next year.
Why did you fire Constable Gazo?
She caught you out at the edge of town, eh? She feels betrayed, I know. I hope someday she understands. The last thing I wanted to do was hurt her. My wife and I both have always treasured her friendship.
This doesn't make sense. What does your wife think about your decision?
My wife? Oh, she doesn't exactly know. Well, she's been sick. Yes, she's sick. Hasn't left the house for days. Poor thing. Yes, I should actually get in there and check on her. No time for idle gossip. Take care now.
This looks suspicious. Either Mayor in hostages or his wife a vampire. I need to check it.
I've little time for talk.
She's clearly not a vampire. If she is a wife. Anyway, by the way, the Star Princess sound seemed. Anyway, this bit of propaganda was produced for House Tamrid and distributed while Countess Zelt was in the south, studying with the Order of Arcane. Actually, House Tamrid is a local house. I probably should read it. It can be crucial information. Okay, maybe not so crucial, but still interesting. Because it connects it to the location. Upon a time in the realm of Catcap, there was a mighty king named Rothrop, who ruled nobly and long. After many years, King Rothrop felt himself getting old and started to think about what would happen to his realm after he was gone. Now, the king was blessed with two sons, which normally would be a happy thing for an aging monarch, but in this case it was a problem. For the younger son who had been born of his queen, Prince Pigeon was weak-willed and indifferent. In contrast, the elder son, Prince Lancer, was bold and self-assured, and though his mother was of House Ritmart, the noblest in Kattegat, still Prince Lancer had undeniably been born out of wedlock. And now King Rotop was a wise king, and did not try to conceal that he favored his elder son, Prince Lancer, as he was clearly the prince most fit to rule. But nonetheless, when the old king finally went to Aeterius, some people felt that the milksop Prince Pigeon should take the throne. I don't know whether these people were merely misguided or had some other reason why they thought the rulership of Kattegat should be undermined. Fortunately, wise hands prevailed and Prince Lancer was elected king of Kattegat by the Council of Nobles. What is this Kattegat? Damn, I never heard about it. Is this a local town or what? Shortly after Lancer's accession to the throne, he met a demoiselle named Lady Whisper at a ball and fell in love. The lovely and clever Whisper was daughter of House Ritmont, and after a brief courtship, King Lancer told his council of nobles that she would be his queen. However, Count Pigeon, the former prince, objected that this would not be proper as King Lancer's mother had been a Ritmont, and by the law of consanguinity, the Lady Whisperer was too close a relation for marriage. On this, the rest of the council agreed, and King Lancer was persuaded to set the young lady aside. Upon hearing this news, Lady Whisperer disappeared, said to have been carried off into the forest by a coterie of nixads. And though the king sent out search parties, his lost love was never found. Yeah, looks suspicious. In due course, the council recommended, for the sake of the dynasty, the King Lancer marry the young and healthy Lady Ignorant of House Dahl, and this heartbroken he agreed to. Lancer and Ignorant were married, and King Lancer settled down to do this to his kindly duty by his new queen. Within a few months, it was announced that Queen Ignorant had born King Lancer a child. A naming day festival was declared for the infant princess, and everyone important in the realm was invited. On the day of the celebration, all the goodly and great of Kattegat came and laid presents at the foot of the cradle of Princess Ariel, for thus she had been named. But at the end of the line came someone no one recognized, a dire wind hag, hooded and cloaked, and bearing a darksome flower. Now, no weird hags had been seen in Kattegat since the year of Sun's death, but all feared her, and none dared borrow her passage. Such a weird word combination sometimes. The windhawk advanced to the princess' cradle, and when she came to its foot, she threw back her hood and cried, "Behold, King Lancer, it is I, Lady Whisper, now a virus of the weird." The gaily-clad crowd fell back in horror, for the formerly pretty Lady Whisper now sported a large nose disfigured by unsightly words. "By some oversight, you failed to invite me to your daughter's naming day, but I have come nonetheless, and look, I have brought the infant princess a present." "What present it is?" said King Lancer, all tremble. "A darksome flower? I like not its look." "It's no surprise, your majesty," said the wind hag mockingly, "for this is the forsaken rose, a blossom no one wants. I know what that is like, King Lancer, and so by my curse, show your daughter. So that was a curse. What the weren't saying them. I'm not sure this is the right way to say this, probably because they're using the word, the language of outbox of sorts. Okay, the horrible hag then dropped the misshapen bloom upon the baby and disappeared in a flash of fire and a cloud of evil-smelling smoke. So it came to pass. Princess Arania grew up beautiful as a rose, but cross-grained and petulant. But she was nonetheless a princess of the north. So when King Emmerich of the south came looking for a bride, they brought their throne was quickly plighted. But Count Pigeon had long made a habit of visiting the south and was a boon companion of King Emmerich. And he pointed out to the king of the south that Arania was cross-grained and petulant, and he might make a stronger match by marrying the princess of Watchtower. In time, Emmerich agreed. He broke his match with Arania and promised himself to the prince of Watchtower. King Lancer, however, did not take this lightly, and swore he would go to war upon the oath-breaking king of the south. And he made lawful war upon King Emmerich, for some reason. But at the Battle of the Tor, Lancer was betrayed by one of his own generals. King Lancer was slain, his crown and Princess Arania both disappeared, and ever since the throne of Kankab has stood empty. But some say that when King Lancer was born, a twin sister likewise saw the light of the world, but was spirited away by a weird hag to be raised in the forests. And this child, a daughter of both Rontrop and Ritmand, a self-born daughter who was brought back to her maternal family, and this daughter was named Countess Assault. And if the truth were told, all would know that her real title should be Princess Assault, and she and no other is the rightful heir to the throne of Katkab. However, that is a tale for her people to tell. So, looks like I have some different names because it definitely told about this Ransom Wars. And King Ransom is actually here named King Lancer. So yeah, sound by the way pretty close. So yeah, definitely some sort of propaganda tale from the war times, I suppose. Okay, just entered my house and reading the book. It's a game master, I suppose. The key to watch English streams probably for you is to understand them mostly than just to comment them. So mostly you probably just need to understand. And already good enough. And this constable again.
I think perhaps it's best if you go ahead and close up the shop early today, Lady Mondori. In fact, why don't you go ahead and do that now?
Yes, Constable Gavendir. I'll close up right away. Just don't do anything rash.
This is so suspicious. Okay, obviously the problem not with orcs. And not with the vampires. He doesn't look like a vampire at all. What's going on?
Oh, hello there. You must be new in town. I'm sorry, but the jewelry shop is closed for today. Constable Gavendir's orders.
And why did the constable order you to close the shop?
Oh, I think he's worried about security. Yes, with the rumors of bandits robbing people on the road, we have to be careful. There's supposed to be a big parcel of amethysts coming in from the mine, too. Gods, I hope it gets here safely.
Have you noticed anything strange around town?
Strange? No, nothing at all. Why would you ask? Oh, well, there's Gaspar. He's a little soft in the head. He's run out of town and refuses to come back. I worry about him. He really should go back home.
This all looks suspicious. Okay, I can check this Gaspard as well. So definitely something going on in the town, but no one wants to tell me what actually going on. Maybe this Gaspard can tell me something. Gaspard?
No, I'm not coming. No, I'm not. Don't even ask. I'll come back, but only when Gaylord says it's safe. Yes, that's right. Only when Gaylord says. Gaylord told me to stay right here until then.
Who is this Gaylord, and why did he tell you to stay here?
Gaylord is my friend. He looks after me since my parents died. Gaylord said it isn't safe in town. No. That constable. Gaylord recognized him from Daggerfall. Said he was a bad man. Gaylord went to meet the constable, but never came back.
This all looks strange. Where did he go to meet the constable?
Gaylord went to meet the constable in the constable's new house. Just there, to the south. Used to be the fisherman's house, but the constable took it. The fisherman just went away. I hope Gaylord didn't go away too.
This maybe sounds strange, but it actually looks like just one bandit terrorized the whole town. Somehow. Okay, let's check the house. Oh, fuck. Okay, he killed Gaylord. Damn. Note from Sakabar. Dons, that was a brilliant stroke, getting a self-appointed constable with me as your bailiff. That will give the boys back at camp quite enough. I'm keeping my room at the inn, but Balzac is guarding the hostages at the place you suggested. No one will find them there. I can't believe how well the plan is coming together. Sagabar. Okay, so it's all because of the hostages. Yeah, makes sense. So looks like we need to deal with a band of morons and criminals, of course. The problem is, from where should I start? Probably I should speak with Constable. And yeah, he's definitely in the inn, so yeah, I should visit the inn.
Cutting me off, are you?
Yeah, not much people around.
Oh, my head is pounding. 3 loaves of bread and I'm still foggy. I don't care what happens. Remind me to never drink that rum posset again. You were asking around town, though, about that toothless run of a constable. Did you learn anything?
Yeah, I found this note.
Hostages? I knew those bastards were up to something. Damn. Constable Gavendian just left here with Lady Mondori. Bailiff Sagabar's still upstairs, though. We should try to get into his room and see what else we can find.
How do we get into the bailiff's room?
Well, I bought this sleeping draft so I could sleep off this headache, but I guess I won't be napping now. Take it upstairs and find a way to distract Sagabar. Slip it into his drink. Then follow him into his room before he passes out.
Actually it would be better to do it together, but alright, I can do that. Hopefully. Okay, let's check the top. I need to distract him somehow. Can you distract someone by beating someone else?
When a woman opens up to you and really lets herself be vulnerable, that's your chance. You just have to take it.
No? So, Trans Trickster, Georgia Martin, Bailiff Sagabra. Yeah. Distract him, but what can I do? Maybe by speaking with others.
You know, I've been drinking at this inn for years, and I always sit in the same chair, right over there. But that bothersome new bailiff made me leave. Said the table is his, and I should just drink over here. What an arse.
You want to help me distract them?
No, not me. I'm not what you'd call a brave man. When someone insults me, I much prefer to just send dirty looks and bad thoughts in their direction.
At least he's honest with himself as well. Alright. Yeah, he looked like a right person.
What do you say? You interested in having a bit of a laugh?
It depends on what you're proposing.
I developed this little trinket to summon a Banekin. I thought it would impress the Archmage, but instead it got me kicked out of the Mage's College. I was thinking of testing the trinket here. You know, to frighten someone and have a laugh.
Oh, so maybe I could use the trinket to spook the bailiff.
Here. I was thinking the barmaid. But if you're crazy enough to try it on the bailiff, all the better. Depending on how it works, maybe I'll go into business selling these things. Let's see how it works.
Alright. Hopefully it will kill him.
Oh, sweet Tuwaka, save me. It's a Banekin.
Let's see.
Suddenly, I don't feel so well.
Okay. Actually, I'm not sure that searching the room while he inside is a really good choice, but okay. Okay, let's see. Sagabar. I have the miller's horse and cart ready to go as soon as we have what we came for. As long as no one tries to be a hero, we should be in the clear. Tell Bozak to keep their hostage at the old mill south of town. If he doesn't hear from us by midnight, he can start slitting their throats. Since the miller's given us so much trouble, Bozak can kill his daughter either way. But when we send word that we clear of town, he should release the mayor's wife and the jeweler's son, and then meet us back at camp. Yeah. What are they actually searching for? That's a question. By the way, why can't I just kill the dude?
Now that my skull stopped pounding, I'm ready to crack someone else's. Did you find anything in that Redguard's room? Do we know where they're holding the hostages?
Yes, they're holding the hostages at the old mill south of town.
All right, we've got to go get them. That's the most important thing. Did you find anything to explain why Gavendian went to all this trouble? He didn't do it so he could just steal my job, did he?
No, it's not exactly clear yet, but they plan to make their escape at some point.
Then maybe I should stay here and rouse the bailiff. My head's clear, but my legs are still wobbly. You go to the old mill and free the hostages, while I drag Sagabar to the stocks. He'll tell me what they're planning, one way or another.
Alright, I'll go for the hostages. Yeah, this is add-on that actually makes this possible. I don't remember exactly the name. It's probably Tag dialogue, I suppose. I need to find the meal. It wasn't hard at all. Now, so Balzac actually waiting for me. Alright.
From the sides!
And they entered already now. Nice.
Praise the Eight! Did you kick that stupid thug's teeth in? I don't know what was worse, being held hostage or smelling that ruffian's breath.
Oh my.
What about the robbery, though? Did you stop them, or did they get away with the jewels?
What jewels?
You didn't know? That's
Nope.
why they were holding us. Gavendian was waiting for Loraviv Mondori's big amethyst parcel to come in. He was holding the three of us hostage to keep the town in line.
So when was the amethyst scheduled to arrive?
Hours ago. That thug Bullzog was actually going to execute us if he didn't hear from that crooked constable soon. You really came just in time. We should hurry into town and see if we can't stop Gavendian.
Alright, let's go. Okay, let's go wherever it is. Yeah, I definitely should speak with the constable. And probably she already dealt with most of them. I'm not sure, but probably, yeah. If she is tough enough, of course. What's going on? Yeah, dead body. Oh, probably the daughter. So she failed. Damn.
Damn bastard Gavendian. Did it all for the jewels. And got away with it, too. Yeah, he got me good. I'll survive, but he cut Loraviv's throat. He didn't have to. He just did it to prove a point. I thought I could be cruel, but he is a monster.
So, is anyone else hurt?
I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe if I hadn't confronted him, he wouldn't have killed her. At least the hostages are all right. You did your part, and you did it well. We can't let that maggot-eating bastard Gavendian get away with this.
Of course.
Sagabar wasn't so tough after he got into the stocks. He told me where Gavendian went, where their camp is.
Do you want me to go after him?
What I want to do is go after Gavendian myself. But that's not going to happen anytime soon, and I don't want him to slip away. If you're willing, then yes. Do whatever it takes. Just put him down. Oh, and retrieve the jewels, too.
Alright. I'll kill Gavendian and return with the jewels. It's a shame that we didn't save them, but what else can I do? So what about
If I was a few years younger, I'd go after Gavendian myself. That rotten coward. Killing an innocent woman. He deserves to die.
I can agree.
Someone needs to find that man Gavendian and make him pay.
I feel terrible. Poor Loraviv. To die so young and so needlessly. It just isn't right.
Yeah, by the way, no, it's not Mayor's daughter.
I thought that if we just cooperated with them, everything would work out and no one would be hurt. Now I know. I will never bargain with bandits again.
Yeah, you should thought about this later. Oh, Charlie, I mean. So, they're pretty far away. Probably should go through the bridge. So we can see some camp from afar. Okay, it can wait. What's going on?
I've been waiting for my husband to return from North Point for weeks. If something happened to him, I just don't know what I would do with myself.
Oh well. What's going on? Oh. Thanks to her, I found the chest. Nice. Someone already started killing bandits, so nice. And the problem is this needs some users for me.
There's always a hero in every town. They always come after me, and they always die.
Not this time. I'll do this. Given the chest, probably jewelry. Just an amethyst. So, happy end, I suppose. Grab some note around. By the way, the note. Maybe I can see the connections to others. Nuance. Your scheme to rob files around is brilliant, and using the old abandoned fort demonstrates the level of planning that has made you infamous throughout the region. I will gladly purchase the gems from you. Meet me in North Point when you have them. Captain Nagra. Captain? North Point. North Point is, have no idea where exactly. North Point, okay. I get it. What inside? I can go inside. Oh, what the fuck? Where it was? Just wanted to search the barrel, but surprisingly I found some heavy sack somewhere. Logically it should be the point where I take it, but I can't see any point around. Any marking. Oh well. Anyway, I probably need to return back. Yeah, and I need to activate the way shrine, I suppose.
Dwellers of darkest oblivion, come forth. The veil is pierced. Pass through the gate, I entreat thee.
What is going on? Oh, summoner. Trying to summon something? Looks like it's no use. Weapons of Rimspire. This can be interesting. I have been tasked with learning everything that I can about the bloodfiends that have been appeared throughout Rimspire of late. This creature appears to be exactly the same as other bloodfiends we have examined in the past. But for all their similarities, they have one tenet and significant difference.
Daedra, spawn of Padme's black blood, answer the cry of your servant. come forth and walk upon the face of Nirn.
Can I do silent here? But for all their similarities, they have one tenon and significant difference. They appear to at the beginning of the vampire cycle instead of at the end.
By chaos, by the void, and by the darkness, may the doors of oblivion be flung wide.
Can you damn shut up? What the hell is going on?
Please!
Uh-huh. Can I just die because of this? Can I help this, Deidre? Because the stupid summoner really summoned something. I'm not sure that she is happy because of this. Low beast.
Will you help me?
I already helped you.
Thank you.
Funny sentence. And by the way, hi Baker. So I finally can read it in silence without mad summoners around. Yeah, it's other done. Let me read it. So instead of appearing at the end of an otherwise long and grueling vampire gestation period, this process changes ordinary citizens into feral monsters in a frighteningly short amount of time. It's almost like a favorite blood affliction that burns through individuals at an alarming rate. While not everyone who comes in contact with the catalyst becomes afflicted, those who do either turn into a vampire, rarely, or quickly spiral into the frenzied madness that characterizes all blood fiends, the most likely outcome. My investigation suggests that these blood fiends have a connection to the Argonian Rizal Jew and Lady Laria Montclair. The court magician of House Montclair and the daughter of Baron Willem Montclair have been leading Montclair troops across Ravenspire, troops that include vampires. There have been rumors of a blood curse, some sort of foul magic that allows Rizal Jew and Laria to turn ordinary citizens into blood fiends with nothing but a glance, a wave of a hand, and a few muttered words. Eyewitness reports have been confused at best, and these claims have been yet to be fully verified. As with other blood fiends dealt with in the past, the Ravenspire blood fiends are vampires that have gone insane. Their minds have degraded beyond recovery, and they attack anything that moves with no regard for their own well-being. They are feral, violent creatures, driven by their carnal lust for bones and blood. This strain of the blood curse runs its course at an alarmingly rapid pace. I have documented instances of citizens being afflicted and turning feral in mere moments. How Rizal Jew and Laria came by this terrible power is unknown. What is known is that they seem to be oblivion bent on helping Baron Montclair conquer the entirety of Ravenspire. This unusual blood curse, notwithstanding the this unusual blood curse notwithstanding, the blood fiends operate as all others of their ilk. These wild, ferocious savages can, and often do, pass their affliction onto their victims. Anyone wounded or killed by a Ravenspire blood fiend has a significant chance of becoming a blood fiend, and in a remarkably short period of time. Until I can gather more information, I can only recommend one course of action concerning the blood fiends of Ravenspire. They must be destroyed. So yeah, it was confirmed they're using some sort of spell. Made it probably by Rizal Jew because he's a really old one. He served even this previous Baron who tried to conquer the land. Rasanato, how was his name? Anyway. I talk to White Witch Shrine and return back to the town. By the way, it looks weird. This horse just stands near the carpet with one single apple in the middle. The hell? Horsey? Yeah, just one single apple. Looks suspicious. Oh well. I can't do anything about it. I can speak with animals. Yeah, town at night looks pretty beautiful.
Sagabar and I were just making bets on whether you'd return. Looks like Sagabar's a two-time loser. Did you do it then? Did you kill Gavendian?
Yes, I killed Gavendian and brought the stone jewels back.
Thank you. I suppose it will do little to console young Reuben, but at least we can give Lady Mondori a proper funeral. I got my job back. The mayor's even increased my wages. You have my gratitude. By Moloch, you have the whole town's gratitude.
Nice. What is this, by the way? Neck? Those around here on necklace of the vampire's knog. The weird stuff. Okay. Oh, look at them.
You were the one who slipped that draft into my mug, were you not? I cannot believe I fell for that. This isn't right, you know. It was the oppressiveness of Redguard society that drove me to become a bandit. Yeah, I blame society.
But you probably should blame yourself. But society can also be can also participate in all this. By the way, some house. Let me check it. Ravenhurst. So pretty typical. Yeah, and very cheap, but still. Nothing special. I already saw homes like this with absolutely the same pattern, just in a bit different places. Okay, I probably can move to the north point. Those I can see the state. And there are no roads that lead in here, but I can see some markings around. Okay, I can check the Monroe as well. Because why not?
You there! Please! You must help!
Alright.
Traveler, please. Have you heard tidings of the Edrald family? I've just come from their manor, and they're gone. Just gone.
Maybe there's someone on the picnic? Tell me what's wrong.
I've just arrived from Wayrest. Preparations are underway for my Arlie and I to be married. When I returned, the estates were deserted. Her family, the servant, gone. I don't know what could have happened to them.
Any idea where they might have gone?
No, I don't. Arlie's parents have owned this estate since before I was born. We were to be wed here, but a month from now. I know that Rivenspire has bigger problems right now, but this is my future. Will you help me look for them?
Yeah, why not? We can search together, actually.
Thank you. I'm fairly competent with a dueling blade, but I'm out of my element here. Let's start in the manor house. There has to be some clue there.
Alright, what else can you tell me about the situation?
Not much to say, really. I was in Wayrest, sealing writs and appropriating documents in preparation for the wedding. To come back only to find my beloved missing. It's most disheartening.
And your beloved, that would be earlier?
The Lady Arlie Edrald, of the Westmark Edralds. A storied family of some means. Arlie's granddam was a powerful mage, you see. Her adventures took her all over Tamriel. We were betrothed when we were children, and this has been my home ever since.
Alright, let's see what I can do. Alright. Maybe they in some cellar? Well, I don't know. It's a garden? Let's see. Oh, okay. Definitely something happened. Spoiled food. So they're gone for some days at least.
Thank you. I'm fairly competent with a dueling.
Yeah.
Not much to say, really.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, looks like they probably were kidnapped, especially because there are a lot of bandits around.
Quiet as the grave. Wherever they are, they're not here.
Definitely.
That trapdoor led down to an undercroft beneath the manor, but Arlie's mother sealed it up long ago.
Yeah, probably now it should be opened. We need to find the key, I suppose. Maybe on the second floor. Yeah. Rocos. Oh. Cassandra Emerald Journal, Volume 3. Better than nothing, I suppose. As Federic Journal approached, Arlie continued to withdraw into herself. The power of Dockley as over her is overwhelming, and even my motherly attention lost their effectiveness before her constant presence. What? Alan has confronted Dockley at last, though I fear it was to no avail. The brute has had time to prepare her arguments, and from the look on my husband's face, they're quite formidable. He should not have allowed himself to become so attached to the lass. I knew the moment we took her in that no good would come of it. Despite the difficulties in acquiring the necessary materials, everything has been laid out and prepared. Alan is as nervous as I am about what might come. Somehow Dockley has managed to quell even his brave heart. No matter, I'm certain justice will prevail in the end. What's going on?
Dolki was causing her worry. The servant?
Dolki.
My word! We should search her quarters. Perhaps something there will hint at what happened.
Yeah, perhaps.
Arlie's room. Dear sweet Arlie. If anything's happened to her, I don't know what I'll do.
What it is? Light of the moor. short story. Maybe it's connected somehow. The light on the moor. Walking one night along the rain-sodden roads that mark passage through the Glenbrough moors, a pilgrim spied a lantern in the mist. "My word," he said, as he stopped to stare, pushing up his funny white head to get a better view. "Some poor traveler has lost his way." "Ho there!" he cried. "The road is here!" Hearing no response, but not being one to leave a fellow mere to the mercy of the marsh, the pilgrim strayed from his own path and waded into the putrid waters between him and the light. Woods sloshing through the blackened muck, he could hardly make the gleam out through the mist ahead of him. Undeterred, he pressed forward with hardly a thought for his own mortality. "Surely they can hear me now," he thought, then cried out once more, "Ho, good friend! The road lies this way!" Again, hearing no response, he took a moment to look around. Mist was all he found there, in the dark. He could see neither his horse nor his barrow, where he had staked it. Shivering there in his own lamplight, hopelessly lost, he wondered whether he would ever return to the road. Deciding two lost souls would fare better than one, and up to his chest in peat and putrid water, he pressed on toward the light. One by one, he lost his boots to the marsh, buried deep in the sunken pits that marked his passage. Bootless, he continued until he could go no further. It was then, coming round a copse of trees, that he came upon a small glass lantern hanging from a tree branch. Searching for any sign of its owner, he spied a wide-brimmed bonnet, where it lay abandoned on the ground. As he stood there wondering, the bright yellow flame of the tiny lantern flickered, then gathered out. He looked to his own lantern, bobbing happily in the water above his shoulders, and took another step only to find he couldn't. Indeed, he could barely shift his waist, so thick was the muck he admired in. Looking skyward, he reached for the grasping wooden fingers of the trees above, only to find them beyond his grasp. So he stood there, in the dark, until the murky water swallowed his throat, his mouth, and his funny white cap. His final breath bubbled up through the muck, and that was the last of the pilgrim. Walking one night along the rain-sodden roads that Mark passed through the Glenbrough moors, a merchant spied a lantern in the mist. My, he said, as he stopped to stare, pushing up his broad visor to get a better view. "Some poor fellows lost his way." The story begins again. Yeah, nice. Nice story. Let's check the second floor. It's actually first floor. It's the main part of the state. Okay, let's check it. Oh, no, it's just
there.
Territory.
Stendhal's mercy. Better have left some clue.
Who and where? I don't see any clues.
This might be it.
Nork's Guide to Avaira. I probably can read it later. I'm not sure that this is connected. So what did you found?
This seems to be Dulkie's diary. She was concerned. She writes about Arlie's sad smiles. Missing me, no doubt. She brought Arlie flowers. And then they went to the windmill. Oh dear.
What's wrong?
Well, it's just that the windmill is our spot. Me and Arlie's. It's where we went to, you know, rendezvous. So why would she take Dulkie there? It doesn't make any sense.
Probably it makes sense, but you just doesn't like it. So what else does it say?
Not much. Not about that, anyway. Wait. They saw the Baroness hide something away at the windmill. It doesn't say what. Traveler, the Baroness never goes out there. Why would she hide something?
Maybe the key to the cellar. Anything else?
Nothing. Nothing. But I'm shaking like a leaf. Here, take it away from me. Let's go. Let's check out the windmill.
Oh, he gives me it. Can I check it? Is it or not? But there is notebook. No, it's probably not. Doc is there. Cedric leaves for Waiters tomorrow. Arliss overcome. You can see plainly on her face how much she does not want him to go. I wonder if it were me leaving, would she look the same? While scoring the hallway floor, I heard sobbing from Arliss' room. It isn't right she should be so sad. Maybe there is something I can do. Brought Arliss flowers. She is still sad, but it was good to see her smile. Went hunting with Baron Edrad. Everything was fine until we found that fox. We pursued, but became separated in the mountains. While trying to find my way through, I came upon a bear. It started my horse, throwing me into the rocks nearby. Then it reared up to strike. If the Baron hadn't come upon me then, I'd be done for. I have decided to tell Arlie how I feel. Life is too short for waiting. I think I made things worse. Arlie ran off crying. Of course she did. How could I ever compare it to Frederick? Arlie came to see me while I was unloading casks of wine from Fell's Run. She asked me to come see her in the old windmill. We talked for hours. About Frederick, about us. She says we should spend more time together. That she isn't as lonely with me to talk to. But that isn't all. While we were talking, the Baroness came into the meal and hid something up on the second floor. I don't think she saw us, but we should be more careful from now on. The Baron came to me today and asked what my intentions were toward Arlie. She told her mother about me, and is quite distraught. I told him how I feel and that I would never do anything to hurt her. I even offered to leave. He told me that wouldn't be necessary. I think he understands. Received a shipment from Sharnhelm. Unusual stuff. Lots of powders, dried plants, and some kind of shimmering gemstones. The Baroness had me take them down to the basement for storage. Funny, the smell reminds me of Arlie's grandmother. The soul looks suspicious. And this is, yeah, this is Frederick. Yeah, we have a situation here. Yeah, we should visit the windmill, I suppose. What if their grandmother is a vampire in this cellar?
When we were children, I came here to get away from the world. What I wouldn't give to have her with us now. I don't understand. Arlie loves me. She told me so. And what could the Baroness possibly have to hide in that windmill? I'm so confused.
She couldn't have changed her mind.
Arlie and we've known each other since we were children. We were meant to be together. Why would she jeopardize that for some fling? It's unthinkable.
But what if it's true?
It's not. It can't be. I don't know what sort of game this conniving mountebank is up to, but her journal says there's something hidden at the windmill. It's the only lead we've got.
Alright. clothing? Scraps of damaged clothing and certain needs of repair. Dusty papers. These papers are an old correspondence detailing a series of landholding disputes between the Edrad family and Falzron. Can read them. Okay. Camp supplies. Moth-aging canvas and moldy cases of hard-tech fuel. This old camp supply kit. Doesn't make sense. The usual key. Yeah, this is definitely key to the cellar. And it looks really unusual.
That's the key to the Undercroft. That must have been what the Baroness hid here. But why? We should investigate.
Definitely, but wait a second. What about this? Cassandra Edral's Journal, Volume 1. Cassandra is probably the Baroness. My daughter has become quite maudlin since Frederick left for Wayrest. I have assured her that all will be right when he returns, but she remains quite dour. I have taken the liberty of sending to Falzron for a cask of tawny port. Such is hard to come by with the growing trouble in the region, and spirits from the arbors of Somerset are always a welcome reprieve from our local destinations. Surely their bright and sunny notes will bring her out by cheer. Ellie came to me this evening in tears. It would seem Donkey simpled on that she has managed to cause her no end of distress. While I can understand how it might be difficult for her to fathom that she does harm with her attentions, that is no excuse. If only Frederick were here. His constant company has always comforted our dearest daughter. But I wouldn't give for him to return on the morrow. No matter how strongly I word my arguments, Alan seems unconcerned. He is rather attached to that servant girl. Doesn't he see what's at stake here? If Doki is allowed to interfere with our daughter's wedding, it could ruin us all. Such self-indulgence is abominable. I will not allow her to continue this harassment. Okay, I can see
Arlie
where it
told her
is.
mother. Then it's true. It's all true.
Okay.
Ollie's grandma was a powerful mage. When we were children, she used to show us things. Marvelous things you could scarcely imagine. When she died, the Baroness locked up the Undercroft. She said it was too dangerous. Perhaps now we know why.
And what do you think we'll find down there?
I don't know. Whatever's down there was locked up for a reason. I just hope Arlie's safe.
Alright. By the way, I am going to be alright.
That's up to Arlie. If she loves that orc more than she loves me, there must be another explanation. There just has to be.
So, this donkey is Orcus. This is so weird. Not what I can expect at least. Alright, let's go back to the mansion. And into the dungeon. With dim dark fantasies.
The Undercroft. Steel yourself. We don't know what's down there.
Whatever it is, we can handle it. Hopefully. And final second volume. Let's see. Alan continues to believe this association between our daughter and Doki is but a passing fancy, that we should allow it to play out. He hasn't had to look into her eyes and see the terrible divide it has created within her. She is torn with herself, and I will not watch her rent asunder while we stand helplessly by. If he will not do anything about it, I shall take matters into my own hands. I went to talk with the constable today only to find her in her cups. It would seem our state is not alone in its troubles. There has been a power shift in Falzran. Her replacement was not helpful, nor was he forthcoming as to why. It would seem the town will no longer bother itself with our affairs, nor ensure our protection. The nerve of the man! When this business with Doki is settled, I will have strong words for his superior in Stormhelm. Opened the undercroft for the first time in ages. When we locked it up after Alan's mother died, I had hoped we would never open it again. But it is my own hope now. I found it. A ragged old book detailing what is necessary to contact my rune's Dagon, Daedric Prince of Change. If any can alter our fate, it will be him. The ritual seems simple enough, though I know dabbing with even the simplest of conjurations can prove dangerous. Still, what choice do I have? I have dispatched a courier to Stormhelm for the necessary components. We will have to be discreet about it, but I trust Alison to be discreet.
Arlie's mother did this? She summoned a Daedric prince to... But why?
Yeah, good question.
Why would the Baroness do this?
So the Baroness is the mage?
No! I mean, yes. Not one of any note. She knew a few spells. I think Arlie's granddam taught her. But a Daedric prince?
And what do you think happened?
Nothing good. Come on, we need to keep looking.
Alright. Yeah, I can clearly see a Daedric portal?
Stendar's mercy!
What the hell is going on? But the portal is closed. No one around.
What is that? Are you seeing this?
Yeah, I clearly can see it. So...
why would the Baroness do this?
Do you know what this portal is?
You're asking me? I'm entirely out of my depth. It's a doorway to... somewhere. Perhaps something down here will tell us how to open it.
Perhaps. Let's see. Tom of Daedric Portals. Note to self. By Sinistral Apprentice. Note to self, remember, the most important thing is to pay homage to the flames of the Deadlands first. As discussed in Liminal Bridges, the transpontine circumpenetration of the limen requires their cooperation, implicit or otherwise, of a Daedran Lord. Unfortunately for the conjurer of modest means, the process described is costly, highly esoteric, and impossibly dangerous. Fortunately for the practical-minded practitioner or conjurational studies, there is another option. Dregs of the Deadlands have been known to offer the use of existing sigil stones in crossing the traverse. Though the purposes of said beings must be regarded with various suspicion, it is frequently possible to engage in transliminal studies with minimal risk to one's person, especially if one's go-between is supplied with sufficient motive. The Deadlands, of course, are filled with searing heat and suffocating ash, but if you find a way to quench these things, their secrets, and those of Oblivion itself, lie at your fingertips. Take hint, then, and dreamed well of what fates befell those who first attempted contact with these domains. First, there was the scholar Darren, who thought the sheer power of elemental flame would be enough to initiate contact with the Dremora of the Deadlands. Though his attempt was impressive indeed, the fire instilled in the walls of his hovel would go on to spark one of the worst wildfires in Vanwood history. It ultimately proves futile. His ashes were never recovered. Believing Darren was onto something, Open of Firsthold sought to insulate the flames with compacted earth. By all accounts, he nearly succeeded, but when his chambers burst from the walls of the Crystal Tower, his apparatus lost focus, collapsing the gateway upon itself. In the end, it was a Naga, Avaira, whose multifarious approach led to the final revelation. Once the flames were ignited, it was Avaira who thought to use an earthen vessel to convert the immense energy into steam. Once her boiler reached sufficient temperature, she was able to converse with the Dremora of some power on the other side. Relieved, no doubt, at her success in the face of her predecessor's failure, Avaira quickly agreed to the terms of the Dremora contact. An ominous decision, it turns out, as it ultimately led to the fall of Thorn. Take care, therefore, in your attempts to contact the Deadlands, for good seldom comes out of agreement made in haste with the creatures who call it home. Let me guess, she did the same. Let's look around. Looks like 3 altars. Isn't the first? Basin of water. Basin of flame. Okay, get it.
Why would the Baroness do this?
Okay, I have no idea. Alright, let me check it again. Yeah, probably better to do it from there. So, then it was Naga Avaira whose multifarious approach led to the final revelations. When the flames were ignited, it was Avaira who thought to use an earthen vessel to convert the immense energy into steam. Once her boilers reached sufficient temperature, she was able to converse with the Dremora of some power on the other side. So, it's according to the order of using this. Okay, let's try to do it. First should be the flame.
What did you just do? It's getting hot over here!
Oh, don't tell me that he will be sacrificed. Hopefully not. Now it should be Earth.
The air is starting to fill with dust!
Yeah. And now basin of water.
That did it!
Oh my. The place. I don't really want to enter it, but it can be interesting. Probably no matter from which side you will use it. Anyway, how can I actually? Yeah, I can speak.
You
with
think
him.
we'll be all right? Going through there, I have to admit, all this fire and brimstone business, I'm a bit flustered.
Do we have any other options?
Well, discretion is the better part of valor, but no, you're right. Let us see this through. Harley's counting on us.
Oh yeah. So, okay, now I can use the portal.
Harley!
What a place. So, Dolkel and Frederick, okay, and Erlia.
Thank the 8. When we found the portal closed, I feared the worst.
Hey, alright?
A little tired, but unhurt. Dulki and I managed to overpower our captors. Mother and Father, they're still trapped. I'm afraid to ask, but would you be willing to look for them?
Of course.
Federic brought you, didn't he? I knew he'd not forget me, but I worried. Dulce, will you go with our new friend? I need a moment with Federic.
Yeah, Federic insists I help.
Oh, I knew he wouldn't abandon me. Thank you for coming. If we get through this, we will be in your debt.
But how did you get here?
During the night, there was a crash, and then these terrible creatures crawled up out of the basement. Father, he tried to fight them off, but they overwhelmed him. They caught us and dragged us here, to this awful place.
Did you see where they took your parents?
No, but there are ruins everywhere. Maybe near one of those? I'm sorry, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Let's get moving, Marley. I don't know how much help I'll be. Lead the way.
What happened between you and Arlie?
Look, it was nothing. We grew up together. With Federic so near, she could never see me for anything other than a playmate. When he left, I thought I had a chance.
A chance?
To tell her how I felt. Ever since we were children, I always thought she was special. In my 10th year, I made her a cloak. A bearskin from a hunt her father took me on. Seeing it around her shoulders, it was wonderful.
Did you feel the same way?
I don't know. I asked her once, but it made her sad, so I stopped asking. With Federic gone to Wayrest, we had more time together than ever. I think, in time, I might have stood a chance.
So you don't think you still do?
Maybe. But her mother would never have it. She did all this. She made a pact with Daedra just to stop me from getting close to Arlie. I know she didn't mean for all this to happen, but...
yeah. Okay. What a place. Yeah, really pretty flamey one. Okay, let's go.
Please, don't tell Arlie this. But her mother's responsible for bringing us here. She may not be happy to see us.
She's jumping from one side to another.
This lava goes on as far as I can see. How can anything live in this place?
This priest was really not this time. What's the priest? I have no idea where they are connected. Actually, I don't remember where they previously. I don't remember them before the last days. Probably they spawn after the punch. What's going on? Oh, it's maybe not freeze, it's maybe unstable servers, by the way. Yeah. It can be the problem with the server. Yeah, because some of the attacks even just freeze it.
Please, I don't want to die.
Yeah, I have really some problems right now. And very weird ones. I don't remember something like this. Oh. Doesn't look normal.
The Daedra. They took my little girl, Arlie. Have you seen my Arlie?
She is safe.
Oh, thank Julianos. I should have never gone into the Undercroft. I should have never taken that key.
So why did you?
Ask Dulce. None of this would have happened if she... But it doesn't matter now.
I just want Arlie to be happy again. Is that so wrong?
You actually put her in danger.
You're right. I should have listened to Alan. He said we should just wait it out. He was right.
Definitely. Now get to safety. Your daughter is waiting.
And my husband? Is Alan all right?
I have no idea, but I'll find him.
Do be careful. I don't need to tell you how dangerous this place is.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely have feeling problems. Oh my god, and very bad problems. I have like more than a second, and even more than 2 seconds from time to time. I've experienced this previously in Elder Scrolls. This is so weird from first person. Okay. It will not stop.
Another mortal come to
Because this
play?
probably will be in the last quest for today. Just not confirmed.
Well now,
I
I've broken a sweat. I've not had this much fun in ages.
Damn. So clunky.
Funny. She's not as scary now.
Of course, when she is dead. Preston, I can't do anything about this core. Actually, don't remember how the things called in Oblivion. I mean, Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Okay. I can see him. Damn, I need to rescue him. Damn, it's so laggy. Damn. The weapon just stacked in different positions. I'm clicking fast, but it just doesn't work normally. The mess.
Hey! Over here! Help! Please!
Just wait a second. So, are you alright?
Daedra everywhere. Took my wife, my daughter.
Your wife and daughter are safe. Get to the portal.
Wait. Before I go, the big one, the leader, she has some kind of device. She called it a sigil stone. So long as she has it, she can open the Undercroft portal whenever she wants. You must destroy it, please.
Oh crap, I'll see it done.
Thank you, stranger. Without you, I don't like to think what would have happened to us.
So, I can destroy it at the beginning for some reason. Yeah, I probably can jump from there. Because why not? It's hot a bit, but not that critical. So I probably need to kill her again. Or maybe not. No, I already killed her. Nice. Oh.
Arlie!
He sits with the father of the family. Tristan.
Such an awful place. I could have lived my entire life without knowing of such things.
My friend, you are truly a hero worthy of song. I can't begin to express the depth of my thanks. You've done so much for me already. Might I ask your advice?
And was about what?
My future. As we've walked together, I've come to see how small my life really is. If you hadn't come along, my dearest Arlie and her family would be dead. And perhaps myself as well. I feel... perhaps I should strike out on my own. Become like you?
It's not too late to learn to defend yourself and those you love.
Sage advice. So be it. Once the estate has returned to order, I will return to Wayrest and enlist in the Guard. I will miss my Arlie dearly, but at least when I return, it will be as her capable defender. I am sure she'll wait for me.
That's not what I mean. Oh crap. Okay, I get it. Definitely better for him to probably become a guard or someone. Actually, I thought he was a noble one. And I don't think that nobles can be guards. This is definitely not a common practice. But probably he can be an officer. But anyway, I need to ask her first. Sure. I can see on the dock now.
And everything goes back to the way it was? I don't know how I feel about that.
What do you mean?
Federic's back, and Arlie, she really does care for him. Seeing the look on her face as he stepped through that portal. Look, I'm just a servant. If me being around causes problems for her, maybe I shouldn't stay.
Probably shouldn't send both of them, but there are definitely no way she can just be this family. Probably. Especially because of the mother. So, yeah, just get out of there, see the world, and make a name for yourself.
I will. And if I return, it will be as an orc who has struck her name into the face of the world.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, my friend, for inspiring me. Before you go, Arlie wants to speak with you. She's waiting just outside.
Yeah, she probably will still be alone a bit. Because I sent both of them into the guards.
I know you were only thinking of me, Mother, but I sometimes wonder about your temper.
And she became sorceress, probably.
Thank you for saving us. To think I nearly killed us all.
Oh, our savior. Thank you again for everything you've done.
So you wish to speak with me?
Only to say that without you, none of this would have been possible. My father, my mother, Dulki, maybe even Federic. We would all be dead right now. If you ever have need of a home, please, you will be welcome here.
Alright. And they're both leaving.
Arlie. Baroness.
Dulki? What's wrong?
We're... Federic and I...
What? So...
We're leaving, Arlie.
What's going on? This is so slow.
But you've only just arrived.
No,
oh my
Baroness,
god.
And
we aren't.
Dulki.
And it's time we acted.
Because of the lagging server.
But that doesn't mean we won't miss you. We'll write.
We will at that.
No, okay, that was awkward.
Then, if there's
Goodbye,
no changing your
Arlie.
minds,
Baroness.
I suppose
We'll
this
see
is
you
goodbye.
again someday.
Damn, such potentially
Be
cool scene
careful
was
out
ruined.
there.
Me. No, okay, I'm definitely not happy with this. It can be really interesting, but it was so bad.
Federic and Dulki have both left. Perhaps I should leave as well. Perhaps the Mages Guild has a place for me.
Yeah, I can approve it. Happy end, really. So, yeah, I'm not happy with the nugs. It can be bearable if Lux will be only at fight, but no. Even they can even ruin the cutscene. What about time? Yeah, it's only 3 hours of stream, but okay. Let's probably end for today because I don't want to ruin other quests because of the lagging server, and I have no idea when they fix it. Never saw such things previously, so I don't know. Yeah, instead of watching teleporting dudes and not like this, better to just end for today. Anyway, I actually planned a different game for today, but I already finished it yesterday, so yeah. It was a bonus stream of sorts. Okay, we'll continue tomorrow at the same time, and hopefully tomorrow everything will be fine as always. Yeah, so it's probably all because of the drops, maybe not, I don't know how it works. Anyway, thank you for watching and see you next time. So bye bye guys.